Moderate Republicans are extinct, at least as far as Thomas Mann of the Brookings Institute is concerned. Now, he describes this as this ideological shift for Republicans on the right to be a radical insurgency, ideologically extreme, contemptuous of the inherited policy regime, scornful of compromise, unpersuaded by the conventional understanding of facts, evidence, and science, and dismissive of their legitimacy of their political opposition. Damn. Now, some of the stuff that backs up Thomas Mann's assertions is some of these. I got a couple of charts, okay, that were put together here, and I want to show this to you guys because these are really, really interesting. Now, this first one shows where the Republicans are compared to the center and compared to Democrats, and this is in the House, of course. Now, around 1975, the Republican Party decided to, hey, say fuck the center. We're going to go away from the center, and we're going to start getting more ideologically right. Now, they have not looked back. Now, to some Republicans, they'll say, well, the left has done that too. You'll hear it all the time. The Democrat Party, is so extreme. Obama's the most liberal president we've ever had in the United States. You hear Bill O'Reilly say that shit all the time. Well, it turns out, according to this graph, no, there's been a little bit of drifting, but overall, the Republicans have shifted so far to the right and so extremely to the right, especially compared to the Democrats. So now, there's another interesting chart here that shows just how ideologically moderate and extreme the Republicans are and how they're not ideologically moderate. Check this out. Now, this is the percent of Democrat and Republican House members who are not ideologically in the middle. You see where the Republicans are? They're almost off the chart. Jesus Christ. In this, basically, this is using a ideological chart from Kenneth Poole and Howard Rosenthal. And they took a look at the ideological spectrum of both Republicans and Democrats. And it shows that 90% of Republican House members are not politically moderate. As far as Democrats, 90% of Democrats are moderate. They're to the center, maybe even center left. But the Republicans, they're out in cuckoo land. They're so ideologically right-wing and conservative, and they continue to out-conservative each other. It really is crazy. So here's someone, and this explains presidential politics and a lot of the rhetoric that we hear. This explains why Bill O'Reilly can come out and say that, and other Republicans can call Bernie Sanders a leftly loon, or even call Barack Obama the most liberal president in history. Now, Barack Obama, by all intents and purposes, is center-right. Maybe a little bit more centrist, but certainly on some issues, center-right. Some issues, he's to the left of center, but slightly. Now, Bernie Sanders is also left of center, where most of Americans and where a lot of Democrats are. The idea that liberals are too liberal nowadays is laughable, is ridiculous, especially when you look at these charts. Look at how far the Republicans have drove off that cliff. How do you get back from that? Well, this explains why there are no more moderates in the GOP. They have killed their moderate population. In doing so, they also weaken the Democratic Party and bring the Democrats over to the right too, as we've seen with Charlie Crist, who was a Republican who said, look, I didn't leave the Republican Party. The Republican Party left me. And then I'm becoming a Democrat because today's Democrats are now about as conservative and or about as liberal as Republicans were back in like the 70s. as you can see, about 1975, Republicans went right off the cliff. So if anybody wants to tell you that the left is more left-wing, the left is more crazy than they ever have been before, you got to show them these charts, man. You got to show them that, no. It's not that we're farther to the left, man. It's that the right is so much further to the right now.